Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Smith wants to throw. Lets it fly. He's got it down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Larson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their 1st possession. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority. Number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches, as many ways as you can.
Feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just, you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like, he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. With the catch, it's Harper. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Brooks. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Using his feet. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And a lot of times when you linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
The Wildcats are marching down the field. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats. Extra point here will tie the game.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air.
about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Smith dropping to pass. Wide open downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. He was smelling that end zone, and they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Pulled and fired complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Brooks. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's...
Picked off! What a play by this defense. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wildcats.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside. And that
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. The give on the option. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Back to pass on second down. Rushes on him. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. To sure hands, it's Graves. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Makes the catch. It's Harper. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. How about that elusiveness? He's got space.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up second and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Unloads quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Now, and a great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The offense will quickly use a timeout. On this first and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A first down run in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. Second and goal now, they get the big stop.
Makes the catch. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end.
As a former quarterback, guys, I love drag routes down close to the goal line. You're hoping you're going to get a mesh. You're going to get him freed up, and it's just a catch and walk in. But the defense makes the tackle. They're now setting up 4th down. Do you have the guts to go back to that same pass play here on offense?
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. A costly defensive penalty sets up this offense with 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Touchdown, Kentucky! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he's going to bring this one out. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards.
Oh, they block it. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Hard running there. Got enough for the first. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. They go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
On the run, it's Brooks. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think
turning it on! Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Hines is back in the middle. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Smith wants to throw. He wants to go deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Still going. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They want to throw it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
The give on the inside. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The lone back's got it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Smith dropping to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Buys a little extra time. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Defense in press coverage. They go to the draw. Creates a little room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Shakes off the defender. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Powers through. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
And It's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add a lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute, you got to lock in.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got them right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Heaves it on the run. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Good gain on the return. This defense has set them up with a big play.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Made it harder on themselves on first down, now second and goal from the 9. Smith dropping to pass. Looking for the score! And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Got his man quickly. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now...
And he pumps it up inside the 20. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense when you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Looking for blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Harper. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Hauls it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wildcats. Fitted in the window for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Potw.